So there we were in Tampa, Florida during the day. We were touring and we were playing this place called Curtis Hickson Hall in Tampa. Sold out. Dr. John was opening for us. 2 shows. We were just killing it. And all of a sudden, we finished the show and get off stage.
Right toward the end of the show, I think one of us went backstage to change, and we overheard the guy saying, "Hey, we're going to arrest Cheech and Chong." The cops were talking amongst themselves, and they're arguing about who was going to take us down because they're all our biggest fans.
And they had our albums. They wanted us to sign the albums before. So we get back to the dressing room, and all of a sudden our road manager's trying to hide all the dope somewhere. And he says, "No, you're going to get arrested for obscenity." And what the hell?
They took us to a holding cell, and there's a bunch of people in this whole. It's a drunk tank. And both Cheech and I we weren't going to sit down because we're just going to get out of there real fast. And so we're standing up, and then pretty soon Cheech sat down, and I sat down, and so while we're in there, we started doing bits, you know. And Cheech was talking to this jailer, the big old Nazi-looking jailer.
"Oh, jail attendee. We have some pink toilet tissue."
And then the guy would just look at Cheech, wouldn't say anything. He walked by, and then he came back again. "Oh, jail attendee." And finally, then all of a sudden, it got later and later, and then all of a sudden, they came in. The jail attendee came in.
"All right, you and me were going upstairs."
Yeah, he took Cheech. He separated us. And he grabbed Cheech, and he said, "Come on." And Cheech looked at him, and Cheech started talking. "You know, my dad's a cop."
Yeah. Sir, my dad's a cop.
And we finally got out.
About
6 in the morning. Our manager, Lou Adler, got our record expunged, or it disappeared, and it never showed up in our record.
So now we can get a civil service job.
Yeah.
You know, that's really
Well, he can. I can't. I'm a felon.
He's a felon.
That's our story, and I'm
Cheech.
And I'm Chong.
And we're Cheech and Chong.
And that's one of our best stories.
Moms and dads, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the circus.
Hey guys, you're listening to the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. Check us out at LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com. My name is Lou Lombardi, a.k.a. Loudini, and my longtime friend, sidekick, right-hand man, my guy Friday.
That's
Mr.
me.
Kevin O'Connor sitting right next to me.
But it's Sunday.
Exactly.
Can I still be your guy Friday on Sunday?
Actually, it's
Who's
Saturday.
on first? Who's on first?
Exactly.
It's actually Saturday.
It's actually Saturday.
Now I'm really confused.
You're confused.
Oh, boy.
But don't be too confused. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Positively Pittsburgh Live. It's pplmag.com, Pittsburgh's first internet radio TV network, online community magazine, and business directory. And would like to thank MTS Management Group, more than just an artist management company, bona fide rock star in the music industry, specializing in full-service artist management, publicity and promotions, and social media campaigns. MTS Management is on the cutting, bleeding edge. I added bleeding. I like that.
I know, wow.
It's on the cutting, bleeding edge of today's new music business.
They know what they're doing.
And we have a great show for you guys tonight.
We do.
This day in Pittsburgh. This day in
Not
Pittsburgh.
in Pittsburgh.
Oh, my God.
Well, it could have been in Pittsburgh.
This day in music. The Steelers, by the way, aren't going to the Super Bowl.
No.
So, anyway, speaking of Pittsburgh,
we
but
have
anyways,
plenty of time to rock you guys.
so, but we still got
in
some
the
great
head.
music group. But we've got This Day in Music.
Yep.
We've got some birthday shout-outs.
Yeah.
And we are going to talk tonight about the tip. You guys
Tip?
go see a band, and they've got
the
a tip. The idea of these guys are rich or something, you get that out of your head.
No.
So why they're passing around a tip jar. So help them out. We're going to talk a little bit about how to do that and about how you guys can do that, and to the audience about why you should respond to that and help these guys out because they're busting their ass for you.
Yeah.
Speaking of busting your ass, I've got this band that I absolutely love. I wrote a review about them a few weeks ago on Blues Rock Review, the Sheepdogs, Future Nostalgia. This is their song Bad Lieutenant. Not anything associated with the movie.
No.
With
Was it Richard Gere?
Harvey Keitel from the early 90s, the Bad
They
Lieutenant.
look so much alike.
Nothing to do with that at all. Bad Lieutenant, the Sheepdogs on the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.
I'm a bad, bad man. Don't you understand? I'm a bad, bad man. Best you turn and red. Whoa, all my life I've been kicked around. Nobody breaks me, they can't keep me down. I'm a bad, bad man. I'm a bad man. Add up all your misfortune and hold it in your hand. Well, it's a cold, hard bargain for you to understand. Whoa, up all night, I haven't slept for days. Or do you wrong in the Western ways? I'm a bad, bad man. I'm a bad man.
Hey, it's the Sheepdogs. You can go to the sheepdogs.com.
I like the guitar tone, man.
Great, huh?
Awesome.
I like the way the guitar is crushing right on the snare, and they're they're playing a little bit behind the beat. It really gives it like this sort of like really grooving feel. And happy birthday, big Loudini Rock and Roll Circus shout out to Steve Marriott, the late great Steve Marriott, one of my favorite singers in all of rock and roll. I was very honored. A couple of years ago, Strangelove got asked to participate in a I don't know what you call it. It was a sort of salute to different bands of that era.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody got up and did Joe Cocker and different bands. We got asked to do Humble Pie.
Yes, I remember that.
And I got to sing this song, which is I was so excited.
Oh, that's
one of
cool.
my favorite songs of all time. 30 Days in a Hole, Humble Pie. And the Sheepdogs, that is thesheepdogs.com. So guys, go check them out. It's a great band, and you can read my full review on bluesrockreview.com.
Yes.
So, Kevin, what's been going on in your life, my good friend? Have you seen any movies lately? Anything going on? Anything
I
exciting?
finally got to see The Martian with.
I was going to ask you about
Damon.
that.
Yeah.
I was going to suggest that we watch that tonight, but you've seen it. Okay.
I've already seen. Yeah, I saw it.
Is it good?
It's good. It's
and
good.
I understand we did a last podcast about David Bowie, and I understand they play the song Starman.
They do, which is really awesome. My son read the book. He's what they call a reader. I don't know where I went wrong there. Yeah, okay. He's an awesome kid. Anyway, but he said the movie was just as good as the book. So there you go. But
Who is it? Is this a Philip Dick story or?
Oh, geez, I forget the guy's name now. I forget.
Okay, I don't know if it was like one of those because Philip K. Dick stuff has been spun around and used in a lot of different. Science fiction movies over the years. So, very cool. The Martian, eh?
But one thing I wanted to talk about.
Oh boy.
Is
and no Pittsburgh Kevin tonight. Where's Pittsburgh Kevin?
Couldn't make it tonight. I think he might be in jail. We'll find out for you. But anyway, you posted a link to a YouTube video that you guys produced. How to add the podcast to your iTunes. Because I listen to all my podcasts on my iTunes. I have to listen to the Circus on my computer, and I'm like, I hope this sounds okay because I got those little tiny speakers. Well, Lou posted a little link. I'm sorry,
instructions.
YouTube. Yeah, instructions as you would, and so I was able to get it onto my iPod, and I drive sometimes like an hour in the morning to get to work, and now I can listen to the Circus. I can listen to your interviews too now. That's awesome because, like I said, I'd have to listen to them on the computer and these little tiny speakers.
Yeah, if you, I'm not sure if our team has put it up on the website yet. If not, we'll make sure we do.
Yeah.
But there is, if you follow us on social media, you can find that video on how to exactly do that.
Yeah.
Because
it's worth it.
Here's the thing, and here's why it doesn't automatically show up.
Mm-hmm.
I think iTunes requires something like 100 podcasts first.
Oh, okay.
And we're at 90.
Oh my gosh! All right,
we're at 90, so we're getting there. So we just need a few more, and I think once we get to around 100, I think all you do is then just search Loudini Rock and Roll Circus, and it will come up.
Oh,
but
cool.
they won't just give you, to their credit, they're trying to just have people on that are serious. So if somebody does a podcast 3 times. They don't, you know what I mean? And it kind of devalues the iTunes brand. So they want to have people on there that are serious. We definitely deserve to be on iTunes. This podcast is really rocking. In 2016, you're going to hear a little wee bit of a shift. We're going to be slightly less eclectic, more focused on guitar-driven rock.
Yeah.
That is sort of my niche and our niche. That's the sort of brand we do. That's what we like. That's also the music
that's what I like.
Exactly, and it's also the music that I play and produce.
Right.
And I am working on a new CD. I'm really excited. I'm talking to a couple producers right now, and this is really exciting because the last record I pretty much self-produced or produced with the guys. In this one, I really want to bring an outside person in to kind of work with me. Also, I need I'm one of these people that I'm not really a self-starter. Unless somebody says, no, we have to do this thing, I'd probably just lay on the couch and watch
procrastination going
Netflix.
on there. Yeah.
You know, so but when I know there's something coming up, oh, we're going to do this thing with other people.
You're
so
right.
that's one of the things, like, I like working with other people.
Cool.
So that's one of the reasons why I'm very interested in hiring a producer. So I ran a little thing on social media. I actually only had to run it one time, and I got a whole bunch of responses. There's one guy the guy I'm most interested in is actually, I don't want to say his name because we haven't worked it out yet, but I just will say this. We've played his group on the podcast.
Excellent.
A couple of times.
All right, good.
I mean, he's a good dude, and I like what he does. So he's at the top of the list here.
Is it Fred Frempelman?
It's Fred Frempelman. How did you know? You're listening to Loudini Rock and Roll Circus, and a big happy birthday to this man.
There he is. Which one is it, Tubbs or Crockett?
Yes, this was a big song from the television show, a huge hit television show in the 80s. So you guys forget, you guys who are used to like on demand and all this stuff, you had to wait till Friday. Was it Friday or Saturday night?
I think it might have been Friday.
Miami Vice was on.
Yeah.
And one of the cool things about Miami Vice is the music played a big part. It kind of told part of the story. And this song was in that, and it became a giant hit. And by the way, this is Phil Collins.
Yes. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Phil Collins, who I absolutely love. And great drummer, underrated drummer.
Yes.
For Genesis. And, he got like kind of a bad, thing there when they, maybe he was overplayed, stuff like that. But I think he's a great singer, songwriter, great guitarist, great drummer. And so happy birthday. It was a big, Mr. Collins was all over the radio in my formative years. I mean, you couldn't turn the radio on and listen for 5 minutes without hearing a Phil Collins or a Tom Petty song. There's a couple of artists like that. They were just like constantly
always on there. Yeah.
So happy birthday, Phil. We love you.
Love you, Phil.
We love you, Phil. Anyways, we're going to come back with some more great stuff. I want to talk to you guys tonight about the tip.
The tip.
The tip. It's very important. No, get your mind out of the gutter.
I was laughing at something else from earlier.
You're going the right way for smack to bottom. I don't care who knows it. But I guys want to talk to you guys about, making, first of all, you guys out there that are musicians, making the most out of tips. Okay, now you don't go to a Guns N' Roses show and expect somebody to pass around a tip jar. I'm not talking about that. You guys are all going to see, if you're listening to Loudini Rock and Roll Circus, these bands that you're going to see that we play here are playing in smaller to medium to smaller size venues. All right. So you may run across the tip jar. If you see that, these guys are busting their freaking asses, and you're getting the music for free, guys. Come on, you're getting it. It's okay. I'm not here to put a guilt trip on anybody, but you're getting the music for free, right? Come on. I mean, even if you pay for Spotify or Rhapsody or something for $10 a month, you can listen to all the music you want.
Right.
Come on. And the average person in America, in Western Europe, are listening to about 4 to 5 hours of music a day that virtually nobody's paying any money for.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So come on. Don't be like snooty about it. If you go to a show and there's a tip jar, or the band is passing around a tip jar,
right?
Because these guys.
Because sometimes that's the only way they're getting paid. You've been there. I know you've been there.
Some of these guys, do you know that they're actually paying? To be on the bill. So that really helps us. So please don't be like that. If somebody's got a tip jar,
I like your music. Here's a couple of bucks.
I really like this this podcaster. He's not really a podcast. He's a blogger.
Okay.
His name's Ari Heston. Ari Heston. But he's got a cool website called ariestake.com, and he sees things in a really cool way. He's really, really smart. He's got some great articles. He's got articles about everything you can imagine about the music business. And if you guys out there that are in music land that are fans, I think you guys would check it out, because it's a good peek under the hood. Kind of, that's what we're going to try to give you guys here as well. So if you're a musician, you learn something. If you're a fan, you get to get an idea about how this business works a little better. So maybe you can do a little bit more, be more effective in terms of supporting your favorite acts. But he's got a great website called ariestake.com, and this is an article that he that he wrote, and I want to share with you guys. It's not long, but it's about the tip jar. Okay, working the tip jar is an art in and of itself. You have to know how often to approach the crowd and what kind of stage, what kind of pitch you're going to do.
Right.
What kind of pitch is going to be most effective. Now, every situation is different, and Ari was recently in New Orleans, and he talks about this. He says in New Orleans at Mason's gig, it was a party. Stopping the show to make a plea for tips when walking around to everyone while the band was over would have sort of been like a vibe killer. Okay, instead it was a smart decision for Massa to walk the crowd with one trumpet with his trumpet in his hand and a bucket in the other, with everyone was dancing and enjoying the band. However, in Nashville at the chill afternoon songwriter round, it would have been outright disrespectful.
Yeah, you
don't do that. That's that sort of thing there. Before a tip-based gig, plan out with your band how you want to approach working the tip jar. Make sure one member is responsible for going out into the crowd, either during a show or during a break.
Right.
Okay? It's best to go out and get with people as opposed to expecting them to come to you. Now, it may feel awkward or slimy at first, but it's all in the approach. Music lovers, the people that listen to our podcast, genuinely want to support musicians who bring them joy.
Sure.
They don't know how to do it. Okay, this helps them feel good to support you, and it helps you make direct contact.
Right.
So they get to know you a little bit, and it becomes way more meaningful. It breaks the barrier. They get close. They have a good time with you, and they're going to be much more and excited about giving you guys a tip. And you can also use this to work your merch and all sorts of things. So don't be afraid to kind of put it out there. Sometimes you go to these shows and it's not till the whole thing's over and the crowd closes up. You go, oh, there was a tip jar up there, and nobody could see it.
Yeah,
because people were standing in front of the stage.
Exactly.
So, guys, if you're a musician, don't be afraid to work that tip. These people, they're there, they're having a good time. They know they didn't pay a lot to get in there.
Right.
So, tips are always appreciated. That's just the way this business works. And you do not want to leave a gig with money on the table.
Right.
And I would like to play a great band. Kevin, you got anything you want to throw in here? I want to play another band, but you got anything you want to throw in here?
No, it just reminded the time that we played a play. It's funny. There's two rooms. There was a room the band was in, and the other room was the bar. And
first of all, don't you hate that?
Yeah.
Because
where's my crowd?
Exactly.
Oh, they're in the other
bar.
room. So to get into the room where the band was, that's where you paid the $3 or whatever to get in, right? Now, here's the kicker. There was a huge opening between the one room and the other, so people just sat at the bar and listened to us.
Of course.
Yeah. So at that point,
Silly.
we're like, we had a guy, taking money at the door. Nobody had come in. We pulled him. We're like, no. And we yelled into the bar, hey, you know what? We're not going to charge you guys. Come on in. They're like, oh, okay. And that's when we had the tip jar. We're like, hey, if you like the band, here's a tip jar. And we had our guy that was working the door. He walked around and talked to everybody, like you said, and, okay, I only went home with like $10 that night. By the time you figured in, getting a bite to eat or whatever. But still, we wouldn't have had.
They drank like $700 worth of beer.
We're the Blues Brothers boys. Let me just go write you a traveler's check. I'll be right back. But yeah. So that's happened. I think that's happened.
That's not that place in South Park, is it?
No, it's not that place. That's my apartment.
No,
you come over to my apartment. I hand you
what's
the
the place
tip
at the? It's kind of at the someplace. The corner of like 88 and 51.
88 and 51?
Oh, there's like a banquet hall, and they do bands, and they do that kind of silly BS where the bar, but you can sit in the bar and totally see and hear the band.
Oh, was it the Royal
Place?
The Royal Place, that's it. Yeah. This was not. This was the place down in Lawrenceville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But nonetheless.
Hey, we're just going to throw this out here because before we run to the next song, hey, Marty Balin. Hey. You guys remember Marty Balin, Jefferson Airplane? Actually, this is when they were called Starship. Jefferson Starship.
Starship, yep.
Happy birthday, Marty Balin.
Happy birthday, Martin.
Has a sort of unusual voice for rock.
Yeah.
Kind of unusual voice for rock. This is a great band called the Stone Foxes. I want to be you. From their record 12 Spells, the Stone Foxes on the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. Stone Foxes.
Very cool.
Their latest album is 12 Spells, not 12 Steps.
Not 12 Steps.
I Want to Be You.
Yes.
And you can find them. It's The Stone Foxes. That's foxeses.com.
Yes. Very cool guys.
Yeah. It's very kind of trippy, dreamy,
Yeah.
psychedelic sort of vibe on that. Very cool.
Yes.
Really enjoy that. On this, let's talk about this day in music. January 30th.
2000. Well, no.
Today's
2016. It is in the past.
Right, but in the past. So we're just going to kind of hit the... in 1961, the Shirelles became the first girl group to have a #1 song on the U.S. charts with Will You Love Me Tomorrow?
Yes.
I remember Potsy singing that in on Happy Days.
Happy Days.
Another Beatles. See, if every week I think there's a Beatles. This
Of
is how
course.
important the Beatles are.
These guys,
Because
yeah.
every day,
Every
there's-
single day they did something.
They did something, but with Billy Preston, they played their lunchtime rooftop gig in 1969 on the Apple Building, and it lasted for about 40 minutes. It was the last time the Beatles performed live. They played
How about
Get
that?
Back,
Yeah.
Don't Let Me Down, I've Got a Feeling, the one after 909, Dig a Pony. Traffic was brought to a standstill as the crowds of people gathered below and watched from the windows nearby buildings. John Lennon ended the performance saying, "I'd like to say thank you on behalf of the group and ourselves, and I hope we pass the audition." And I think they were fined £2 or something for causing a disturbance. Edison, on this day in 1970, Edison Lighthouse were at number one with Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes. It's not a song about peeing in the bushes. You don't know the song? Love grows where my rosemary goes. That's Edison Lighthouse.
Then,
one-hit wonder.
Sure.
After, this is a cool fact,
Yes.
in 1973, after changing their name from Wicked Lester, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Ace Frehley, and Peter Criss played their first appearance as Kiss at the Popcorn Club in Queens.
How about that? Jeez.
I know. The Beatles began recording Jive Talking.
No.
Which became their
No.
second.
No.
No?
The Beatles did not record
The
Jive
Beatles,
Talking.
the Bee Gees. Sorry, I need
I'm
new
watching
glasses.
you. I'm keeping an eye on you.
This is why I
over
have
here.
Kevin, okay?
Oh, my gosh.
UK Music Weekly Sounds Readers Poll winners included Best Album, A Night at the Opera
Yes.
by the Queen, Best Single, Bohemian Rhapsody on this day, 1976.
Not the Queen.
by the Queen.
By Queen.
The Queen.
The Queen made it.
Hall & Oates went to number one on the U.S. charts with I Can Go For That. Oh, no, no can do.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what else happened. In this day on 1988, INXS had their first U.S. number one single with Need You Tonight.
Yes.
I saw them live,
Yeah.
like 86, 87, on the
Alrighty.
Listen Like Thieves tour.
I've heard.
And that Michael Hutchence was one of the greatest frontmen
Yeah.
ever. I mean, it's a shame that what happened to him. Fantastic. What else happened?
Let's see what else
Let's see.
happened this day in the music history.
Well,
Yeah, that's
Mick,
about
Mick
it.
Jagger was named.
Nothing else
in
happened.
2013, Mick Jagger was
Sorry.
named the most stylish rock star of all time by
Well, you know, after
website
1960,
Complex. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now.
What?
It's the website Complex. I mean that's got to be like, come on, what is that?
I don't know why it's so complex.
Like, if it was, if they would have said like Cosmopolitan or Billboard or
Right.
GQ.
So, there you go. Stylish.
Come on
Sure.
now. Some are just making up.
Oh, they're just making up website.
They're
That's
stretching
not
it
real.
farther than we are tonight to try to
That's
put
not
this
real.
podcast
Who said
together.
that? Yeah, please. Oh my God, we're just going to start making
Oh,
stuff
we're
up.
just going to just say on this day,
Meatloaf picked his nose.
Oh, Lord.
1983.
you guys are listening to the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. We've had the Sheepdogs, the Stone
Yeah.
Foxes. I'm going to play one more for you guys. This is Jared James Nichols. Check this out. This is Playing for Keeps. Jared James Nichols on the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. How about that? Practically burnt the frickin' studio down, huh?
I have a question for you.
Jared James Nichols.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Am I bleeding? Because that song kicked me in my face. That was awesome. Holy cow.
I know, it's really amazing. If you can find Jared James Nichols on the internet at reverbnation.com/Jared James Nichols.
Yeah. Do it.
That
That's all I
is
gotta
from
say.
his latest record, Old Glory and the Wild Revival.
Man.
If you go to bluesrockreview.com, when you're not listening to the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus,
Sure.
you can stream the bluesrockreview.com radio station.
There you
and
go.
you can hear artists like Sheepdogs, Stone Foxes, Jared James on like all day long.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
oh my goodness.
Man, I am digging the bands we're playing lately.
There's a lot of great music out there. I mean,
stuff.
it's a kind of frustrating when you hear people. I saw another Rock and Roll is Dead.
was it
article.
the heavy metal one? There was
Yeah,
a
the
heavy
thing about
metal
like
instead?
not even what was it? Not even Slash and Axl can bring rock and roll back from the dead. You know what? Turn off the radio and
Yeah.
turn on the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus and go out to a show. I mean, there are bands. I mean, the bands that we are playing here.
Right.
Are,
They're out playing.
They're out playing, and they're great.
Yeah.
By the way, I know that, and I will get the link, and we will post it. But our good friends Highway 4 are doing a new record, and they actually have a Kickstarter campaign.
Right.
So I'd ask that you guys, when you run across that, please patronize that, help them out.
I did.
You're listening to
did.
LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Positively Pittsburgh Live.
Grazie.
And MTSmanagement.com. You can find Loudini Rock and Roll Circus at LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com. You can find us on Twitter at LL Strangelove if you're a Twitter, if you like to tweet.
Are you a Twitter? I'm on a Twitter.
Rock and Robin, tweet. Twiddly deep. And my name is Lou Lombardi. You can find me on Facebook as Lou Lombardi. I got a weird beard and a bald head.
Well, at least hair's growing somewhere, Lou.
Okay. One more time for our bands, the Sheepdogs, the Stoned Foxes, and Jared James Nichols. You're listening to the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. You can meet all your Loudini needs at LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com, where you not only hear this great music cast, but every Wednesday we release an interview by an artist that you want to know about.
Check them out, man.
Anything you want to add, Kevin, before we get out of here?
I've got nothing this week. Maybe next week, Pittsburgh Kevin will be back.
Oy vey.
I sort of missed him a little bit.
I know.
He's mean to me, but,
Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right, everybody. Loudini, rockandrollcircus.com. Guys, have a great week. We'll talk to you next time.
See ya!